Hello friends, welcome back. Thanks for being here, and if you're new, thank you so much for stopping by. Today is a flip through of this completed outgoing junk journal. It's a little golden book journal. My sister-in-law picked out the book that it was made out of, and I took it apart and put a bunch of stuff in it, and so we're going to flip through it now. This video starts with the beverage of your choice. Mine is a Diet Dr. Pepper. This is a 3-signature journal. I have a video where I deconstruct a little golden book to save the spine and all of the pages. So I'm going to link that below. And then I also have a separate video that shows how to sew 3 signatures into one spine for a little golden book junk journal. I'll link that as well. This book starts with 2 bulldog clip dangles. This particular one is on a bulb pin. You can see I have a daisy bead on top. I have 2 peace sign charms that are different sizes. And I have a little faux crystal dangle here as well with what looks like a floral bead cap. So that's one. And then the second is also a bulldog clip with a bulb pin, and actually it should lay this way. But it's just 2 pieces, a tassel, and one of those glass charms that has confetti in it. In this case, it's blue confetti that is shaped like stars. The spine of this book is 2 inches. So the 3 signatures are sewn into a piece of cardstock backed with Tyvek that is 3 inches long, because we have an extra ½ inch on this side and on this side for binding it to the covers. This fabric is just some fabric that I picked up at the thrift store, and I found this vintage pink floral trim that I used. And when I do a little golden book, anytime I can, I take off the golden spine and I will put it on the book somewhere. Sometimes I'll make a bookmark out of it, but in this case I just lined half of it here, and then same on the back. I did the same thing. I lined half of it here, and then I put that trim as well. Let's see here. So inside of the book, I like to put a library pocket and library card whenever I have them. So that's just a blank. Then I have a vintage Garfield book plate. Is that what it's called? Yes. Can't think of what else it would be called. Here I have a vintage library card catalog card. It just happened that the book that my sister-in-law chose for her journal was kind of aligned with one of the vintage library cards that I have in my stash. So that was interesting and fun. I flip through. This has 3 signatures. Each signature has a 1/4 inch, or no, I'm sorry. Each signature is sewn with a 1/2 inch in between. This piece is antique paper. I have a little bag with some antique place cards. Just some colored scrapbook paper. This clip is tight. Come on. Here we go. I always like to put a lot of writing space, so this is graph paper. I learned recently that the kids call it grid, so same thing. I always like to put map pages in. So this is the other side of a envelope. This is going to someone who is not really into junk journaling or paper crafting, so I tried to create it so there's room for real journaling if she wants to do that, but also just a lot of places to add different ephemera, personal memorabilia photos, that sort of thing. Here's a Monet greeting card. I just added some washi to a couple of the pages. This, I put a little charm dangle that says brave. I just left these in this time to demonstrate that you can add little things in the middle of the signatures. This is a little pocket that I made out of vellum. So this is just a strip of vellum on the side. I glued it around, but then I stapled it to the back side of that greeting card. This is a sticker that says, "Get in, loser, we're going to therapy." And I work in, you know, I'm behavioral health adjacent, so, and so is she. So that's just kind of one of those gallows humor things. I have some journaling cards that I created in here as well. I have a vintage Garfield playing card game card. I have a floral treat bag. This one is on the other side of the envelope, and I set it up so that it looks like it's just covering that envelope, but I have Velcro dots here at the bottom. I used 2, and here's the inside of that envelope, so I just put a vintage bingo card in there, but it also has more of a hidden spot, so you can put things in this pocket as well. And here's the end of that signature. I used some, I think it's Paper House die cuts. These are chipboard die cuts, and they have a little bit of glitter. I don't use a lot of glitter, but when it's on that paper that doesn't shed, or, you know, something like this, I'll use it, a little bit of it. Here is some really cool washi tape that I have in my stash, and it is like a library, like library shelves. This one has different kind of apothecary bottles in it, and candles, and things like that. So here is the end of that first signature. And we start the second signature with a clear pocket. This is one of those tags that I'm using in almost everything right now. It is a repair tag and it has perforated section, so you can tear that piece off. Also a vintage playing card and a vintage pixie card. This is a quilt square that I have a number of different quilt squares that were put together, and I bought them from someone who picked them up from the bins. So thanks, Val. I did leave the paper on it. I thought that I could cover this up with something, but I just happened to have not done it in this case. Just some more regular pages, comic book pages that are, this one is cut down, cut short a little bit, but this one is Daffy Duck. A piece from one of my favorites, a typewriting textbook, a piece of dot matrix paper. I think this is a page from Workbasket magazine. I love advertisements from old comic books and old magazines. So put this in here. This is one of those soda labels that I have that has the little fairy on it. And then this is just a cutout piece of paper that was in my stash. I was looking for something completely different, but she is a cat person, so I put that in there on some music sheet. This is a vintage Post-it, a vintage can label. This is a collector card storage binder page. I put a number of different things in this page. There's a sticker that says it's fine, some other stickers, a fairy playing card, a journaling card that I made in a different video. I like to have doors in my projects, especially with maps. Doors to me are about kind of possibilities. And Disney, I'm sorry, Snoopy. It's a Snoopy playing card. It's a Peanuts Camp Snoopy. This is a little cluster that I created in a separate video. Some floral pages here. I have a pre-made little notebook that I have a few of that I just kind of tucked in here. It's another one of those treat bags. In this one I put this Minnie Mouse journaling spot. Here's the other side of that page. And we're to the second half of this particular signature. I created a belly band on some a time card, and added just some fancy lady stickers. In here I have kind of a tuck spot, an envelope made from music paper. This one has a journaling card in it that I made on another video. This is a envelope that has just this super groovy floral scene on the back of it. It has another journaling card on it, in it, and a little Whitman Go Fish card. Just kind of tuck under there. So that's the end of the second signature. In my 3 signature little golden book journals, the second signature or middle signature doesn't have any of the pages of the book, the little golden book. I put the first signature of the little golden book in my first signature, and in this third signature I have the second signature of the little golden book. So you'll see that throughout. This is an image that someone sent me as a package topper, and I just used a sticker to do a little tip in. It has a lady who has less clothing on the back side of it. It's another floating pocket with a little journaling card. Some more pattern paper, a piece of botanical paper that came out of like an encyclopedia, a little pocket that I created out of some of the fabric that is also the spine of this book, and in here I put a journaling tag. Actually, this is just a tag, and then I put a piece of sticker roll here. Oh, there's recipes. Ew, tuna mousse. Yo. This has a little dangle that says brave, or no, this one says peace on it. I had these stickers that are really fantasy based, and just used like a selection of 4 of them. Here, this one is stuck onto the inside of the envelope. Now we're to the second side of the signature. I love this color. There's another vintage post-it. On the back, I have one of these gusseted treat bags, but I just cut the top off of it. And so this particular journaling card I have in the front pocket. Let's see if I can do this. Come on. All right, that seems good. And I have this larger mixed media journaling card that was made out of a time card. I put the 2 vertical index cards on the back for writing space, and this one I created with a little pocket on the bottom. So I just tucked this little guy in here to show that there's a little pocket there. And this one goes in the second pocket. And that is that. Thanks so much for joining me for this one. I appreciate you. Have a great day. I'll see you in the next one.